Today, around 70 million people in the world come from an Irish heritage that dates back to thousands of years. The first farmers settled in Ireland in 4000 BC, but the real Irish culture was forged when the Gaels, Celtic warriors, came to the island between 600 and 150 BC. A lot of Irish myths were actually stories of warriors from that time, but most are just nonsense about leprechauns. In 400 AD, one king's hobby was raiding the Romans and the British. On one of these raids, a 16-year-old boy was captured and sold into slavery in Ireland. Instead of whining and crying like a little bitch, he decided to turn to religion and escaped at 22. He studied theology and returned to Ireland in 432 on a mission to convert the Irish to Christianity. That boy's name was Patrick, and he became the patron saint of Ireland. What have you done lately? In the 9th and 10th centuries, Ireland came under fierce attacks from the Vikings. Monasteries suffered great atrocities at the hands of these bearded Nord pirates. The Irish later formed a church, combining a Christianity with elements of Viking and Celtic cultures. The English Pope didn't like that very much, and put Ireland under British control. In 1534, King Henry VIII wanted to divorce his wife because she wasn't giving him any. The Pope got pissed and excommunicated him for divorcing. Henry VIII decided that he didn't need the Roman Church and founded his own Protestant Church of England. In 1541, he was declared King of Ireland. This led to the arrival of thousands of English and Scottish Protestant settlers, which started a sectarian conflict in the 17th century between the Protestants and the Catholics. The Catholics were quickly subdued, and in 1778, they only owned about 5% of the land in Ireland. However, today, they constitute 84% of the Irish Republic. From 1791 to 1877, many tried to fight for Ireland's independence from Britain, like the United Irishmen. Even after their efforts were destroyed by the Act of Union between the two countries in 1801, men like the great liberator Daniel O'Connell and the uncrowned King of Ireland Charles Stewart Parnell continued to fight for emancipation. While the people of Ireland were busy fighting, disaster struck. In 1845, blight hit potato crops and started the Great Famine. The population fell from 8.2 million to 6.6 million because of starvation and immigration, mainly to the United States, probably because the beer was cheaper there. In the next century, on April 24, 1916, two groups of armed rebels seized Dublin in what was known as the Easter Rising. They proclaimed the Republic of Ireland, and after a short war, a treaty was signed in 1921 that divided the country into Northern Ireland and the Irish Free State. The public opinion didn't get along concerning the treaty, and that can only lead to one thing: civil war. The Irish state later became the Republic of Ireland, and Northern Ireland remained part of the United Kingdom. Even after all that time, the sectarian conflicts didn't cease. Between 1968 and 1998, over 3,000 people were killed during a period called the Troubles. Today, Ireland is the 6th most developed country, ahead of the United States. It even produces enough beer to fill the Mediterranean Sea. No, but seriously, they make a lot of beer. Hey guys, we're Instant History. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like our stuff. Check out our Patreon page, our Facebook page, and like our videos and comment on our videos. Tell us what you want to hear, what you want us to talk about next time. Yeah.